guys, my name is Chantel. Welcome back to my channel. Thanks for hanging out with me today. So today we will be talking about Haikyuu chapter 394, and this chapter focuses on our boy Sakusa, and I was really excited and a little bit surprised because I know everyone was following the whole bathroom thing, which is basically in order of each character that came out during the whole bathroom thing. That's how they were gonna reveal their backstories or like have their center focus on the chapter. And everyone was expecting Ushijima, and to our surprise it was Sakusa, and I was like, oh my god. Because I'll be real with you guys, Sakusa was one of those characters that I really wanted to get to know, and I thought we were gonna get to know in Nationals, but we never did. And I was a little bit sad and a little disappointed back then because I was like, well, what about Sakusa? Because we don't know nothing. And Fururate like introduced us to this character and how like their team is supposed to be like one of the best too. So it's like, what happened to that, you know? But now the wait is over. We finally got his backstory, and I'm so glad. You know, Fururate's not gonna let us down when it comes to the characters' backstories, but out of all the characters, Sakusa was like our mystery man, and I really wanted to get to know him, and I'm so glad that we finally got his backstory in this chapter. And like I was saying earlier before, Sakusa was just one of those characters that I kept seeing everyone really be in love with, but for me personally, he just wasn't for me. Like, yeah, he's cute and adorable, and you know, like I see y'all that love him, but for me, I don't know, he just didn't do it for me yet. But that's because, like I said earlier, we just didn't have enough information. And for me, I really have to get to know a character and know their backstory in order for me to really gravitate towards the character and really like fall in love with him. And this is what happened in this week's chapter. So now I went from like being kind of about Sakusa to like, I want this boy to step on me. Okay, but in all seriousness, I really thoroughly enjoyed this chapter. But I mean, like I said, every week, what chapter do I not like at this point? One of the things that I will say caught me off guard in his backstory was the fact that him and Komori were cousins, and I was like, oh my god. So that's what caught me off guard. But then again, like I said, he's our mystery man. Heck, we didn't even know his birthday up until last week, I believe, that it was revealed, because Fururate finally gave us his birthday, his current concern, which his current concern is very much adorable. I love it. And we finally got to know what his favorite food is. So I'm like, damn, like it took us this long to get these little bits and details about Sakusa, but damn, was it worth the wait for sure. So our mystery boy is no longer a mystery. I got to see in this chapter just how hard he has worked to get up to this point, and we got to see what he was like in his childhood, in middle school, and all that jazz, which was really great. And I guess let's just talk about him and Ushiwaka, because we got both of them together in this chapter. Not like backstory wise, but we got to see when Sakusa first interacted with him, and basically why he holds Ushiwaka like in high regard. So basically with that, he really respects him. Like the one thing that like made him like interested in him was when in the bathroom he was just like cleaning up his hands like after washing them, and he was drying them with like a little handkerchief, and he folds in like the way that it should be, because Sakusa was like so impressed. He was just like like it was so cute. Like, my boy is so adorable. Like these little tidbits about Sakusa like made me really like him. Like they were just like, they seemed kind of silly, but like they just, I was like, oh, you precious boy, like you're just so adorable, you know? And following that, that's when we got to see like his first match with Ushiwaka, and how he finally met someone with a crazier spin than him. And that's when, you know, he just kind of dove deep into it, and it was like, okay, I'm interested in this person, I want to know more. And I like, you could see like he was getting excited, which was really nice to see, because now this is like the start of a little healthy rivalry, and it was really nice because, like I said, we got to see that. And he, like I said earlier, he holds Ushiwaka in high regards, and we also got to see the moment that he heard that Ushiwaka's team, Shira Torizawa, got eliminated in the finals, and he was like, you know, how? Why? Which I know people on Twitter already said it. It just makes that one part where he talks to Kageyama at the training camp like hit more. Does that make sense? I feel like I'm mumbling like all these words and I'm not making sense, but when you connect that with right now what we're seeing in his flashback, it makes so much more sense. Like that whole interaction makes a lot more sense now. And since we're on the topic of finals, I know I'm jumping like from like one point to another, but bear with me, you guys. I'm just really excited to talk about Sasuke because we got his backstory. But regarding the finals, we also got to see what happened during the spring nationals with Sasuke's team, because we got to see like at the end like what their result was, and I honestly can't remember too much of what happened, but I remember them losing to some team and something happened. I can't, like I said, the details are very blurry to me because it's been a while. I know it hasn't been that long, but your girl doesn't have the greatest memory either, so bear with me. And we got to see like what happened through Sasuke's point of view and how I believe it was like their team captain, I don't remember his name, I'm sorry, I'm terrible with names, but we got to see that he got injured, and that was that. That's what cost them the game. And it's so crazy to me because when I saw that, because Sasuke also recalls when Hinata got the fever during the match, and he saw that all happen, and I don't know, just seeing that and then what happened to Sasuke's team, it kind of just made me think like, man, it's just like exactly what he was saying throughout this chapter. Like, you know, you can train and be prepared for anything, but sometimes, you know, life throws curveballs, like the unexpected happens and it's out of your control. And we saw that with Hinata and then with Sasuke's team captain. It's kind of like, well, damn, you know? You really can't predict what's gonna happen next. All you can really do is just prepare, do your best, practice, and do everything that you can. And everything else, that's out of your control. Whatever happens, happen. But man, I just kind of like saw that and I was just like, damn, like that's cause kind of like life is so unfair in those moments. And those moments suck when they happen. But it's kind of like, what can you do? Like, that's that. Which then leads me to what his team captain starts saying to Sasuke, how, yeah, it sucks to be him in this moment and it sucks that all of this happened, but he wants to play to the fullest and the next few games, or the games going on and on and on until his very last game, he does say that he wants to play with a smile on his face and have basically no regrets. And you can tell that stuck with Sasuke throughout all these years, and here he is and saying how he doesn't want to regret anything. He wants to put in his like 110% into volleyball. So if something were to happen, he's not gonna have any regrets. He will know that he did everything in his power that he could. There's gonna be a point in time where, you know, he can't play volleyball all of his life, right? So he has to go out there with no regrets, playing 110% to the fullest, because you really don't know when it will be your last game. And I think we can learn from Sasuke in that sense, just because you, like, every day you have to live it like it's your last, and make sure that you don't regret doing the things that you are doing, and that you're living the life that you want, and that you're happy, and that you're doing the things that you love. Because, you know, life always throws us curveballs and you don't know what's gonna happen in your life. We can't see the future, obviously. We can't predict the future, so we really have to do the best that we can with our lives and just live it how we want to and to the fullest, so we don't have any regrets either. So that's the one thing that I'm taking away from this chapter regarding Sasuke. But besides all that, let's just talk about other stuff with Sasuke, because there was like little tidbits here and there that I feel like I already know. Like, I feel like I know this boy a lot more than I did before now. The boy, it looks like he like doing puzzles and like he completed it all. And Komori does say this, that Sasuke doesn't like leaving things half-assed. He has to see it through to the end, no matter what, even if it's like really difficult or it seems impossible, like the boy's gonna go and do it if he sets his mind to it, which is really impressive to me because your girl needs motivation in order to do certain things, you know, in her life. So I was like, damn, like he like, I feel like Sasuke would not like me just based on my personality and how I am. But oh man, this boy, I really do love him. And you can see like in everything that he does, he takes care of it. And it's like Komori said, he sees it through. Like I said, I gotta give props to him because I feel like not all of us can do that. Because for me, there are some things that I do leave half-assed. And there's some things that if I'm motivated and I love it enough, I will not leave half-assed. So, like I said, props to Sasuke. And that's really impressive. At least to me, I'm really impressed with this boy. And another thing that was like really adorable with Sasuke was with his team captain. I know him and Komori were like having a discussion about him and how he was like one of the top peoples in there. So I can't remember exactly what the wording was, but yeah, it was something like that. And what caught Sasuke's interest was that he had like a little lint roller. He's just like, do you want to use it? And Sasuke's like, no, I have my own. And the little gleam that you see is like so cute and so hilarious. You can see Komori right there being like, oh my god. But yeah, overall, like Sasuke, I love him now. I really do. Like, I stan. I really do. Like, it was really, really nice to see his backstory, as well as seeing like these little tidbits here and there about him. Just, I love this boy so much. Like, oh, like I feel like by the end of Haikyuu, he's definitely gonna just skyrocket into one of my favorites. Like, I feel it in my bones, man. I feel it because I do love this boy a lot now. But other than that, you guys, I think that's all I really have to say regarding Sasuke and this week's chapter. I know, once again, my thoughts were all over the place, but your girl was really excited that we finally got his backstory. I have been waiting for this, and it was definitely, like I said, worth the wait. And man, Fururate just gave us the good food, man, and it was great. Like, it was really great. Anyways, I'm done rambling. I'm done freaking out about my boy Sasuke. As always, I hope you guys enjoyed hearing my ramblings. I hope you guys are staying safe and healthy out there, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye!